Welcome to this week's SAGE learning event. This is about punch lists and open issues. I'm going to go through why and when you'd want to use these specific things. First, I'm going to start with any type of setup that will be part of this. Both the issues and the punch list don't have really any setup. I just wanted to show you within list management that you can change the punch list cost line items here. Other than that, there's nothing that you need to change in the project setup. I'm going to go back to the project management, and I'll start it with the issues. Within the issues, you have the option of creating folders and putting things within that folder. So I'm just going to go into QA/QC. You can obviously add another subfolder within that if there's something that you need to do. But I'm going to start a new issue by clicking on New Issue. Who this will be specifically from. This will be from me, and I'm going to send this to someone within my team. I'm going to put a subject. Please get me the submittal registry by the end of the month. You can backdate these if you'd like and put a date that it needs to be, not closed, but the due date that it's responsible for. So it's going to be by the end of the month. The location provides you with an area to put more information for your reports and filtering that out. You can create PCOs from issues as well as punch lists by clicking the button. That will provide you with the next PCO in line that's available. From the punch list, I'll show you how to go in and edit that information. Here is where you put in the question. Please get me the submittal registry to view before the end of the month. You have a discussion and reply, just like the RFIs. This is going to be important for the banter back and forth in order to track everything that was said on this specific item. You have the file upload section, which allows you to upload attachments, which I'm going to show you, and the CC users. CC users gives you the opportunity to add people that won't be necessarily directly associated with it, but do want to know what's going on with this specific item. You select who you want, hit close, and it adds them to those CCs. And then when we do attach documents, this is where this will be attached. That is all that's needed specifically right now. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one up. Hit update. If I come back in this as the project manager, I'm the responsible party. This will be listed in my tasks. You can come in here, upload a file, which I'll do now. You can put what it is. It's the first draft of the registry. Upload those items. It is listed on the bottom with the description here. And I would encourage everyone to always put a reply or discussion when they're in here. Please take a look and get me comments and send that reply. Why that's important is because it does date stamp it and says who says what about this specific issue. I won't go any further. Just know that whenever this is able to be closed by the originator, you can close this on this specific one. You can say looks great. Closing. So we'll just close this loop out. I'll post that again, thinking further down with your closeout documents, and down the road you might forget when you said what. That is now date stamped, and I'm going to go ahead and close this one here. You don't have to fill in the date will be filled in when I hit update. I'll show you the originating meeting minute. I'll go to a meeting minute and also push one into QA/QC here as well. If I go back to my project management, click on meeting minutes. I'll open up OAC. I'm just going to open up one of my minutes, and I'm going to look at it I'm going to read that meeting minute. I'm going to say, yes, there is an issue here that I want someone to track. So I can say create open issue. It's going to say, where would you like to put that? In my folder structure, QA/QC is where I want to put it. I'll press OK. You'll notice that that link is now gone from the meeting minute, so I can go back to that issue. Show you how that appears. Going back into open issues, QA/QC, I now have two. It feeds in the descriptions. It also makes the link back to the meeting minute. So clicking on that link brings me back into the meeting minute from that issue. The next place I'm going to go is punch list. Punch lists can be organized however you want to organize them within the folder structure. I'll just go into building A. Just to review what these items mean again, the front number is how many subfolders are within this folder. The second number tells you how many items are within that folder. So I'm going to go into level 1. I'm going to create a new punch list. I can name this whatever I'd like. I'm going to put this as building A 001. Just type in replace the window and trim. Obviously that can be whatever you want. This is where you can backdate that specific issue and put a due date on there. I'm going to say it's going to be due in a week. The two differences between issues and punch lists is that you do have statuses. In a punch list you have 4 different statuses that can be changed. Where in an issue it's a 1-to-1. And then you have responsible parties. So I can select multiple responsible parties for this one issue one punch list item, where with the issues it's a 1-to-1. I'm going to click on my project members and select a couple project members that'll be responsible. You have the discussion section, as well as the CC, same thing that we had there, and the file upload. You have the additional information here on the right to help you with the reports, as well as a comment section just in case you wanted to put more detail in there. Now hit and save. That'll bring me back out to the listing. So here's the one I just created here, and I can see all of them are open. Do note that if I wanted to change, let's say, the architect status, you can do that for multiple people by clicking all the ones you want and click on the button, which will switch those to closed. I'm going to go back here and just show you the flow again. So I am now acting as though I'm the window. The window is replaced. Thinking again in the future where you may forget when and who did what, I have a timestamp of who did that and when they did it. Trim done. So the trim person will come in and say that they're done as well, again giving a whole discussion. And then I would suggest even typing in here closing, because you may or may not forget to close it, or whatever, for whatever reason you'll have a complete history of everything that's being done. And through this whole stage, either upload your photos. We will be releasing our mobile app for punch lists, which will allow you to attach the photos that you take for specific punch list items. I will show you the potential change order. Same thing as in issues, it's going to give me a link. If I click on that link for 004, it'll bring in all the information about that. You can always come back here and edit what this is. As far as the scope, you can pick a contract line item that's associated. This will be general. And I'm going to fill in a cost event line item here just so you can see how that reads back. I'll hit approve. And I'll hit the link within this cost event to get back to that specific punch list item that generated it. So if I come here now, I can see that it now says $1,000 and it's been approved, so there's a link between the two. As far as printing, you have the print item and the reports. Difference between the two is the print item prints exactly what's on the page. The print reports will give you filters in order to create that log that you want to create. I have 2 items here, I'll just hit print. Do note that you can, I'll do it after I show you this. So here are the 2 items. Do notice that you can choose the place, the folder in which you are printing from. So I'm only doing level 1 in building A. If I wanted to do all of them, I could do punch list and include the subfolders. That is everything for the punch list and the issues. We went over issues, which would be at any time to anyone. It's a one-to-one relationship of things to be tracked within. We went over the meeting minutes connection between that and the open issues. Remember that the open issues and punch list both can create PCOs. And always remember that the punch list and the issues, you can create an email scheduler, which will allow you to send specific people all of the open issues or punch list items that they're associated with at whatever specific or designated time you choose. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later.